Wait, real quick. I didn't realize Brandon was also a co-founder. I thought it was just Candace and
Yep, they
she
did it
maybe.
together.
Okay, interesting. Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Huh? Huh? Yeah. Melody.
Oh no, backward.
The coalition, the color, my brother, rock your crown. I'm here to show you the power inside the color brown. Now's the time to open up your mind to what they tried to hide from the real royalty. Open up your chakra from your brain to your feet and really realize what's inside and believe. Got God on my side and I ride with the queen. As we travel on this journey, I'ma show you what I mean when you open up your eyes. When you know what your worth is, never no surprise. Spirit of the sun, navigating stars. Times are getting better when you feel them getting hard like.
Welcome back to the Coalition of Color. If you're new to our channel, we're all about uniting, educating, developing, and advancing the black community here in the United States of America. Today we're talking about Blexit. Remember to like our video, comment on our video, share this video, and let's get into it.
All right.
So, if you couldn't tell, that was just our takes on the very popular Candace Owens hook and the very popular Brandon Tatum intro.
Right.
Although we're not professional impersonators, that was the best that we could do. But just a little backdrop for me, you know what I'm saying? And I can't really speak too much on Candace because I don't really follow her too much. But for Brandon, he just happened to pop up on my timeline, and I happened to watch an episode, and you know how the algorithm works. You start to get a little bit more. And so I kind of wanted to see it from an opposing view. And we come from very like backgrounds, it seems like, you know what I'm saying? I got two parents who are still together, they're Christian, you know, I grew up Christian, he was an officer, I was an officer, he's no longer an officer, I'm no longer an officer, he's doing YouTube and I'm doing YouTube, right? So I thought this would be dope for two black men, like, you know, and if he's already doing it, you know, I want to learn. So I got into it a little bit more, and he was just like really condescending, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was just like, if I didn't believe what he was saying, then you stupid.
I cannot understand how brain dead some people are. Brain is just dead. Brain just logged off. The brain is taking a nap.
First of all, the ideology, which is okay, you know what I'm saying? But the fact that I gotta be stupid because I don't believe what you believe, right?
You know how many black folks that are in sports, entertainment, that are top 1% earners? Now, because you don't do what's right with your money and you don't invest in your future, that's not nobody's fault but yours. So if you don't have generational wealth, you might need to look in the mirror.
Then I had talked with, you know, somebody I know personally who kind of opened me up, and he's a Brandon Tatum follower. He put me on TatumReport.com, even though that's in his videos. I never went to it, you know. But there was one specific day he said, go check this out on this site. So I did that. I can see where they're coming from. You see what I'm saying? As far as how they think the advancement of black people are, it's just they're forgetting the unification part to me. So anyway, that brings us to Blexit on my side.
All right. For me, I definitely came across Candace Owens first in my algorithm, just looking into switching from Democrat to Republican views, just because I feel like as I've grown to know a little bit more about politics and the way things are done, it just seems like the Democrats might pander a little bit more to black people in ways that aren't really effective.
What's something that you always carry with you?
Hot sauce.
Really?
Yeah.
Now listen, I just want you to know people are going to see this and say, okay, she's pandering to black people again.
Okay. Is it working?
And I just felt like some of the things that Republicans were saying before Trump became president resonated a little bit more with my views. Now that I've got these views, I'm kind of in the middle, you know? I'm just listening for who is going to further the black agenda. And when I see a well-spoken, right, articulate black woman, young even, she's younger than I am, than we are.
You know that expression, if it ain't broke, don't fix it? Okay, well the inverse to that expression is that if it is broke, we should fix it. And do you want to know what's broke? Voting for Democrats every 4 years results in buyer's remorse every 4 years later. Why don't we try something different, guys? The Democrats have figured out that fear absolutely dominates black people politically to the point of socioeconomic paralysis.
Speaking so articulate about black issues, you know, it caught my attention. But some of the things she said about black people was just so disparaging in some ways, right? The George Floyd situation,
but you are defying common sense to believe that this person suddenly became an exemplary character but happened to be high on fentanyl and methamphetamine and trying to use a fake bill to purchase something. So in my opinion, George Floyd was a criminal. And just because he was a criminal doesn't mean he deserved to die, but it does mean that I am not going to play a part of the broken black culture that always wants to martyr criminals. But why are we pretending that this criminal should be upheld as a citizen, as a martyr in black America? A martyr for a fake narrative, by the way. Police brutality, racially motivated police brutality is a myth.
Like when these incidents happen, I feel like she speaks a little bit too quick, right? Like most people do. But now I feel like I've gotten to a point where when she speaks, right, if you're listening to the words that she's saying, right, some of the stuff she's saying, it's like, exactly.
I can agree.
I agree. And then other things, it's just like, oh, wait, what? Wait. Okay, so clearly that's a talking point that was given to you because there's no way you could believe this and believe this at the same time. But if she does, that is completely on her. I just feel like for me, it would benefit us both or benefit them to speak with people that have opposing views, that are open to listening to their view.
Candace, you went on that Revolt interview and you hated the way that T.I. came at you or something like that, you know, and you really took offense to it because of how condescending it seemed, you know, and I can understand your view, but right off the heels of that, he was like, I love you regardless, you know, this is my sister.
Yeah. We still were cool. I made sure she knew I wasn't against her, that she was still a sister, and as a sister, I support her. I disagree with her emphatically, but I still support her, and I made that known.
That's something that we don't get from that side. You guys, the conservative twins, you know, none of that. It's like, if you don't agree with this as a black Republican or a black American, if you're not Republican, then you're asleep and this, that, and other. And it's just, we want you guys to recognize our views just as well as we recognize your views. And we want to all come to the table and let's figure out how to Ice Cube this situation and get
move forward.
Because we obviously want the same thing. We just fighting each other. We need to stop that.
Right. And speaking of that, Justin, you make a great point. I recently went on BlexitFoundation.org, which is their website for Blexit, which is Black people exiting the Democratic Party. I feel like their vision is right on point with what every black person wants. And we'll go over it in a second. It's just, I feel like, awesome job on that. Bang up job on that. I just feel like when you tie a party to it, you leave out a whole nother party, a whole nother body of people, and you're talking about leaving it shouldn't be about Republican versus Democrat. It should be about Black America and what are the issues, not who you're voting for before anybody even runs. When you align yourself in that manner with one side, with one party, you basically say F any black person that is running or voting this way, and that's not what you want.
We're pitted against each other.
Right,
once
your
again.
vision.
Exactly.
Your vision. Let's read your vision.
Let's go.
Your vision said, the Blexit Foundation's vision is to change the narrative that surrounds America's minority communities, not America's Republican minority communities, right? Right, okay, with a particular focus on African Americans, not Republican African Americans, right? All African Americans, right, okay. We believe there are 5 primary program areas in which Blexit Foundation must engage to accomplish its vision. Here they are. 1, advocating for school choice and alternative educational opportunities for America's low-income and minority children. We agree. Bang up job. Number 2, promoting criminal justice reform for those impacted by the penal system and developing educational programs to help communities avoid incarceration. Bing! Bang up job. We agree. Number 3, championing entrepreneurship and free enterprise as keys to escaping government dependency and poverty. We agree. Bang up job. Number 4, developing history programs that will inspire minority children to succeed and lead productive and responsible lives. Guys, Blexit, we agree. Number 5, the best one. Okay,
in her.
In my opinion, only because I'm an artist, right? Okay, presenting the message of Blexit through evocative visual art and compelling live experiences. Guys, we agree. That's the way to get Black people interested in politics. Make it compelling, make it visual and artistic, and make it creative, right? We agree with your message. Do you hear some of Black people take the fact that they're a Democrat and who they're voting for out, right? Do you hear what their message is? We agree.
What they're trying to say is, or what I would assume you're trying to say, is the fact that Trump actually entertained this. You know, with these visions, he's saying that. I think the only thing that I disagree with here is the fact that there are some people who agree with everything with what you're saying, with your policies, your vision, to be exact. And it's the simple fact that you guys are being backed by Trump because he has lied to our people. Like, I'm sure, you know, Ice Cube, you guys, you know, y'all just partied on his front yard last week, you know. Somebody will be able to have his ear. The whole thing that we're just saying is stop dividing Black people. If you're saying, if your whole vision is to bring Black people together. We like this vision. We love it. We want to support the vision. If this 4 years means that it's better to take this vision to the Democratic Party, then let's do it. 4 years from now, if that candidate is a Republican and it looks like this plan is going to be better suited, let's do that. But let's stop, what do you call it, monolithicizing our political
views.
Yeah, like it's just crazy.
Yeah, you're trying to unite us, just like we are. So let's do that.
So yeah, at the end of the day, there's been a lot of times I wanted to jump on and say something separate of Dominique, but at the end of the day, we're the coalition of color, and we have a message. Y'all are Blexit. Y'all have a message. Let's stop. Everybody, you know, not just y'all, you know, anybody we see. Let's come together because we actually like it. And for all of the, I know it seems like we're talking to Candace and Brenda, but this is to all of y'all out there. Listen, if you see that, you see him put on that red hat, and you see his Trump t-shirts
with
and
Trump all
this, that,
tattooed out.
I get how you feel. I get how you feel. He's not a bad dude, though, you know. So Brenda, like, if you can get past that red hat, if you can get past the t-shirt, and if you can get past him putting you down over and over and over because you might not think how he thinks, some of the things that he says are actually
worth listening to
for the Black community. You know, maybe not for your situation, but for the betterment of the Black community. Same thing with us.
Same thing for Candace.
Obviously, but you know, same thing with us. There's a lot of things that we may say that will go against your views. But what you have to ask yourself is this for the betterment of the Black community
as a whole?
Right now, during this Corona season, there's just been this public outcry, and I feel like the world is listening to us right now. So let's do something different than the past. Like, let's actually come together. Well, we could talk about this for 4 or 5 more hours, but we definitely want you to go back and look at all our other videos.
Absolutely.
So remember to like, comment, subscribe, and share. If you're into a monetary donation, we do $, the Coalition of Color. And until next week, Malcolm,
take
do
us
your thing.
out.
Who taught you to hate the texture of your hair? Who taught you to hate the color of your skin? Who taught you to hate the shape of your nose and the shape of your lips? Who taught you to hate yourself from the top of your head to the soles of your feet? Who taught you to hate your own kind? Who taught you to hate the race that you belong to?
Back for another episode of the Coalition of Color. If you're new to this channel, we're all about uniting, advancing, and uniting, educating, developing, and advancing. All right. Today we're talking about Blexit. Remember to like our video, comment on our video, share this video, and let's get into it.
All right. Championing entrepreneurship.
Today we're talking about Blexit. Remember to like our video.
5. Presenting the message of Blexit through evocative. That's awesome. Okay. Presenting the message of Blexit through an evocative. Number 5.
Today we're talking about Blexit. Remember to like our video.
You know what I see? No. I'm talking about Candace Owens.
Oh.
Yeah. brought him in. I guess not. That's interesting.